Hey guys, Big Man Alaska here. I got a phone call right in the middle of trying to make one of my weight loss videos, and the wife's out here somewhere hunting in the middle of BFE, Fudge, Egypt, and I'm out here just trying to rescue her. She's out with family that's in another vehicle. They got stuck as well, so now we're trying to do a double rescue, and somebody else is out here supposedly coming to help as well, trying to get them unstuck. So we're going to have a couple vehicles trying to get them unstuck, and it is horribly bumpy and quite annoying out here. This is supposed to have been a railroad bridge, actually a railroad bed. Wow, this is interesting. And I had just lost contact with my wife. Cell phone service isn't that great out here, so yeah, wow, this is a lot rougher than it looks. And like I said, they're ways out here, so according to her, they're about another mile and a half out here. I've traveled about 53 to 56 miles away from the house. I had to get fuel in Wasilla. I came out of Anchorage, so we're just out here trying to hopefully locate them without getting too freaking lost ourselves. Thankfully, I've only gone straight on this road so far. I haven't made any rights or lefts, so getting out of here is pretty simple. And yeah, there's literally nothing out here. It's just nothing at all. They're out here trying to hunt for grouse, trying to get birds. And she turned down a trail, and yeah, the Jeep just sunk right up to the axles, and now she needs some help getting unstuck. Well, I'm kind of in a mood now because, yeah, I just went this way for about 2 or 3 miles. The wife called and said I went too far. I turned around and went back to the last intersection, and that wasn't it. And then finally it sounded like I got some better information, because there's 2 little tiny skinny bridges on this road. I've only gone over one of them. That was about maybe a half mile behind me down this bumpy freaking pain in the butt road. So now we're heading back this way again, and the way we're trying to find each other is on, you know, Google Maps and stuff like that, where there's no internet connection out here. It's Alaska. We're out in the middle of nowhere. So the pin they gave me, it stopped working a long time ago, so I totally lost their location. All I had was a screenshot with their basic location, but when you zoom in on it, it's just nothing but a bunch of green. It doesn't show any details or anything like that. Okay, so she said she crossed 2 little skinny bridges, and they're not too far past the second little skinny bridge, and I've only crossed 1 skinny bridge now, and so now I'm on the hunt to try to find the other bridge. Now we are using like this Facebook like locator type application, where it's got these 2 little round circles. You know, one's got my face on it, and the other one's got my son's face on it, and I can't go fast enough down this road to see which way that I'm headed. And in the application, it's got these little circles. It doesn't have an arrow pointing to the direction that I'm actually headed, because this really doesn't show up on a map as a road. So, or at least on the Facebook part of it, doesn't show up as a road. Just way out here in the middle of nowhere. It's just, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Driving my new Jeep hasn't had a lot of work to it yet. I haven't really been able to go through everything and inspect all the nuts and bolts. So it's going to take me a little bit to get through that. Now, when I did buy this Jeep, the first thing I replaced was the heater core, because I just immediately started taking the dashboard apart about a day or 2 after we got it home. Yeah, we got the heater core changed out, we got the resistor changed out. I just replaced the headlight switch yesterday because my headlights went out on me on the way to work, and I'm guessing it's because I damaged the headlight switch when I was doing the heater core job, because you got to remove everything in this dashboard. If you're a Jeep owner, you know what I'm talking about. It's a pain in the butt. Anyways, that's what it is. I mean, this Jeep surprisingly got me out this far, and the motor doesn't run that great. It's got a couple little issues with the motor we still haven't figured out yet, and we're probably going to tear into that here next weekend to see what the hell that is, to see if we get this motor running right. But right now, but it just sounds like on this bumpy road like I'm in a tin can, and it's just horribly loud and horribly bumpy. It's not a very comfortable ride. All right, well, we're back into the trees again. We got more trees. It doesn't look like tundra out here. This would be some kind of spruce grouse, spruce hen type territory where the birds are. So this makes more sense going this way than going the other way. So unfortunately, turning around was just a waste of time. So we're just going to keep on trucking down this road, and hopefully we hook up my wife somewhere to get them all unstuck. And who knows, maybe they'll be unstuck by the time I get there. That's usually how it goes in these situations. But if you don't get in the car and get going right away, there is no chance that they might, get rescued. And who knows if somebody else is going to come out or not. And if that person gets stuck, the more the merrier. Somebody needs to have a running vehicle at some point to get people out of here. And I'm going to do my best to get in and out without having any issues. So, okay, wish me luck. Let's see how this goes. So here's that second little skinny bridge she was talking about. She said she crossed two of these, and she's not too far away from this one. There's just enough room to get a full-size pickup through here. I mean, you might be able to get a dump truck or a semi-truck across this, but it'd be real slow. Oh man, yep. This is not my idea of fun. Now, some of the gear that I packed, just in case, is I got this one handyman jack here on the front, and back here in the back I got another one. I brought a shovel, a spade shovel, and anytime you get stuck here in Alaska, these things are awesome, but you need to have something flat to put them on sometimes, because you're trying to jack up on mud. So I definitely brought a couple pieces of wood in case I got to use two at the same time. That way I can jack her up out of the hole and break the suction of the tires. Doesn't sound like she's in too deep, so it shouldn't be too hard to get her out if I ever do find her. And I also packed I got a nylon tow strap, which I've used probably too many times, and it might break if I yank on something too hard, but it's good for basic tows. And I always carry a logging chain and some baling wire. So not some baling wire, but it's like metal type wire, in case I have to, hook up a chain from one to the other. That way I can use that wire and run it through the chain and tie that hook on. So if I get some slack in the chain, the hook's not going to fall off the chain. So hopefully they're down here just a little ways. We'll see what happens. Woohoo! Not fun. Yeah, always know where the hell you are and how many of these things, keep track of everything when you're out on a trail. I don't care if it's a straight trail like this, because this is bullcrap. This is crossing number 3.
Head, then make a U-turn.
Shut up, whatever you are, on my phone. Anyways, this is the 3rd crossing, and I believe I found them up here. This is so ridiculous. I can't believe this is even happening. Yeah, don't go off-roading if you don't know where you're going, is my main thing. If you do, make sure you gotta, have a notebook on hand. Keep track of your rights and lefts. Keep track of your landmarks. That way, when somebody like me has to come out here and rescue you, we have a better chance. And yeah, that's my son here. So we're gonna get him in the car. Oh my God. Oh, what a pain in the butthole. And my wife's over there. She's probably not very happy right now. She just walked about 2 miles to get out here.
Hello.
Oh, hi. This is just wonderful.
Very.
All right. There's like no room in here. Huh? No. Now we gotta go find the Jeep. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, I just got done talking to the wife, and the wife can't fit in the Jeep because we don't have enough room. My son takes up this entire area, and we can't even set somebody on his lap because there's really not enough room to put somebody on his lap. So we're gonna head down this little tiny road, and it's really smooth compared to everything else I've been on so far. But the buddy that came out here, the second person I was talking about earlier in the video, they're out here trying to help, and they're stuck too. So Now, I'm the only capable vehicle out here at the moment, unless they figure out how to get unstuck before I get there. And I don't have a winch, and neither do they. But thankfully, at least I have these handy jacks to hopefully, if we have to, we just jack somebody up out of a hole. You can just push them off the jack and get them going and get them out. But yeah, I mean, if I get stuck on top of them getting stuck too, we are in a lot of freaking trouble. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do at that point, because we're running out of people to come out here to rescue us. It wasn't exactly fun for me getting out here, especially since I had to come out of Anchorage. And let's see, I put over 69.5 miles on the odometer since I left Anchorage, and I had to fuel up, and I've already used almost a quarter of a tank since I left Wasilla. So yeah, there's another thing to be concerned with. You know, you always got to make sure you got enough fuel, and I wanted to make sure I fueled up before I got way out here in the wilderness, because I don't know how much fuel it's going to take me to get in and out. Okay, there's a moving truck. All right, we just found a moving truck. We turn here?
Yes.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay, we're turning down. Well, fun. All right, so this is where the fun begins. We're getting off the main trails and we're gonna get out here. Now, I don't know anything about this road, so we're gonna take her nice and slow and easy.
Do you want me to record for you?
You can. Okay. We're gonna drop it in 4-wheel drive, and so I don't know anything about these holes or how deep they are or anything about them, so we're just gonna kind of take it easy and get on out here.
All right, take a right.
Take a right. Pay attention to the screen. Oh, goody, yeah. Great fun. It's kind of narrow. I'm gonna be so mad if I get stuck too. Which way did you go, right or left?
Right.
Why would you come down here? This looks like a bad idea right off the bat. Whoa. You guys got no recovery equipment, no shovels, no jacks. That hole's a lot deeper than it looks. Ugh.
And then straight, but go off to the left.
In this hole?
Yeah.
To the left? Okay.
Go to the left side of the hole.
So we're going to hang to the left of this hole. This hole's not bad. There's good gravel underneath it. We're okay there. Now, I did forget to mention that I am not set up on any kind of tires that are worth a damn. So, potential of me getting stuck up in here apparently look pretty good. But, yeah, we'll see what happens, and hopefully nothing bad happens, because it's going to be a long walk home, because we're looking at almost 70 miles just from out here. Anyways, at least the vehicle's built for this kind of stuff. I got her sitting in 4-wheel low. We're just kind of creeping through here, bouncing along. Whoa. It's a little greasy. It's okay. Ooh. So at what point did she realize she messed up?
When we got stuck.
Oh, not now or not back there?
Mm-hmm. It's right where we got stuck.
Now, the biggest problem that I have here with this whole situation, you don't have to face it towards me,
okay,
but is that I got my wife these really nice Patagonia Milestar tires, and they're beautiful tires. They're awesome. They're meant for this kind of stuff, and her Jeep's meant for this kind of stuff. And you're telling me to turn right?
Yes.
What would possess you guys to go this way?
No idea.
Just randomly out of nowhere, let's just take a right turn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this doesn't look bad at first glimpse.
No, this is okay.
But this is how you find a peat bog in Alaska.
Yep, and we did.
And you fall through, and then you're stuck.
Like so.
Little fucking Jeep out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Holy shit. right, we're gonna cut the video right here, guys, and yeah, we'll start it up here in a little bit, give my phone a rest, give it a chance to catch up, and hopefully we'll find their vehicle out here and get everybody out and turned around and facing out the right direction and get home. All right, go ahead and kill it. Well, all right, this is what we got going on here so far. I had to borrow that trailer hitch right there. I'm not set up with any tow points on this Jeep. Like I said, I just got this freaking Jeep. Now we're out here scraping the sides of it, trying to get this vehicle here out. So we use this guy's strap. Now I tossed all of my gear over here in the weeds. Let's see, down here we got, so I got this one here. This is a Chevy 1500. Now the rest of the guys are down here trying to figure out what to do. I got another strap. I got a Suburban stuck down there, and then the wife's Jeep is in front of that. So yeah, it's just gonna be a big daisy chain of trying to get these all out at the same time. Get everybody on solid ground again. So like I said earlier, my wife was out here hunting for birds. This is her kill. She got this out here in the freaking pucker brush somewhere. And check that birdie out. That's a rough grouse, or I don't know if that's a rough grouse or what that is. That might be a roughie. I can't identify birds as well as everybody else can. Let's get her on the ground, take a good look. Oh yeah, these birds got some pretty wings. And they got a good deal of little meat on the inside. It tastes pretty good. So we're gonna toss this one in the back of the Jeep because it's been hanging out in the front seat. It's still warm and feels like a pet. So I'm gonna lay it down in there, let it bleed out some more, make its mess right there. So, okay. Now I learned a long time ago on these recovery trips to just leave your vehicle idle, because you shut your vehicle off just for whatever reason, just because we're so freaking far out here in the wilderness and nobody's got jumper cables, because that's how we roll out here in the wilderness, is unprepared and hope for the best. You just don't shut your vehicle off. You just leave her running, because like say one of these vehicles down here, man, if they don't start, it's gonna be hell trying to get them started. So we'll see what happens next. All right, so here's what we got, guys. We got a Suburban stuck right up to the axle. It's right leaning right on the frame on this side. So this is the water table. We are actually maybe right at or just below the water table.
I think they're just
right now. So
watch out, we're gonna pull it out.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to pull this out and see if they can get it out. They've got two straps hooked up. So hopefully they don't break the straps, because if they start breaking straps, then we're going to be running out of gear pretty quick. Almost. There we go. Keep going, Tom. All right, we got that one somewhat out. Hopefully he doesn't rip his mirrors off. We've done enough damage to these vehicles today. Okay, so that part's done. I'm afraid if I get in here with my Jeep, I'm just gonna bury it. So I don't know what we're gonna do to get her out. And so I might have to.
The kids are happy they finally moved.
Might have to put a jack on the front of her Jeep and see if we can get it out that way. What a fucking hole. Holy shit. These are some deep freaking holes. We're gonna have to get that bar over there with the rest of my gear. Okay. We don't need shit walking around. This is already gonna be complicated enough. So, so the wife's got these Patagonia Milestars on the back. You can't even tell now, they're so clogged up with mud. And see how the front of this thing looks. Yeah, like I thought, it's pretty well buried on that side. Now this is pretty much a stock Jeep, except for the tires and the wannabe bumper I put on there. And yeah, it's really not too bad. It's just trying to get to her. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the high lift jack. We're gonna hook up to this pintle hook right here. We're gonna see if we can jack this thing up out of the hole, and at least these two tires, or at least one of the tires, might break suction, and we could possibly get lucky and be able to maneuver it over into this dry patch where my son's standing right now. Wish us luck. All right, this is where we're at right now. We got the handyman jack hooked up right inside the pintle hook there. The tires in the front are broken free. Now 9 times out of 10, this is all you need to get unstuck out here in Alaska, because these peat bogs are everywhere. And like I said, the water table is right here. So the Jeep is actually sitting down inside the water table. And this is how we get stuck. Especially if we don't have like big giant bogger tires, and you don't need a lot of horsepower to get through this stuff. You just need the right tires and the right air pressure. So we got this jack, it's kind of leaning over already. So getting the family together and having them stuff as much material as possible under this one tire over here to hopefully get us unstuck and get this thing rolling backwards.
Help yourself, John.
All right. But as you can see here, there's an old log right here, and I'm guessing somebody else got stuck here too, and they used a big portion of a tree to get out. Because if we come down here and we look a little further, this trail does not get any better. If anything, it just turns way worse. And yeah, kind of glad she got stuck here and not down over there. Like that spot there, that's horrible. Bad news. So yeah, hopefully they find as much material as possible to get underneath the tires. That'll make this end of the vehicle a whole lot easier to pull out. Now we might have to do this to the other end of the vehicle too, so I might have to jack the back end up. But once we get everything hooked up and together, we should be able to get this thing moving out of here pretty quickly, I hope. I haven't been here too long. All right guys, here's where we're at. We got this one out. It was pretty well loaded up. It did suffer some minor damage up here on the front. I think we lost that little trim piece down on the bottom. And we broke this little tiny strap, or I'm not sure what's going on with that strap, but it needs to come off before we hit the road, because that gets tied up in the axle. Yeah, we'll all be stuck. So we got this Chevy hooked up. We got an extremely long system hooked up. I had to park my Jeep over here in the weeds, get it out of the way. But got kids in the Suburban back there. Yeah, we're in deep shit out here. That's kind of how it works. Welcome to Alaska. See what we got here. So this is a rope. All right, maybe not. If that's going to be successful, that's going to be a hell of a pull for that rope. Now I do have a chain in my truck. It's not this long though. So yeah, it's gonna be tricky even like this, because that's a long pull for this.
You can drop that jack down. We got a bunch of logs and shit under the tires.
Okay, let's see what happens. You drop it down. Go give it a try. See if I can remember how to drop it down. It took me forever to figure out how to get to go up.
Hey.
What a mess. Hey.
Dad didn't even recognize you. He's like, "Where's John?"
Yeah, he disappeared. He got skinny.
He said, "He's lost so much weight."
Yeah. Well, 20 weeks ago, I wouldn't be out here doing this shit either. Yeah. I would have been like, no, you can piss off. Shouldn't have been doing that stuff. But being skinny kind of makes this a whole lot funnier. Yeah. And funner. So, okay, we got stuff. The family did a great job. They jammed as much as they possibly could up underneath these tires. So when I set this down, it's already kicking over to the side. So let me get busy on that and get this thing out of here. Okay, we got the jack out of the hole. Everything looks a little bit better. We're up out of the crap. But yeah, we're definitely not out of the woods. Yeah, we got a long way to go to get this thing out.
Are you in reverse?
Hold on.
It's in four-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
Ready.
Keep going, keep
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh my gosh.
Don't stop, don't stop.
Go, keep going, keep going. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Look at it filling up.
We made a stream.
I don't have to sleep in the woods.
Look at this.
What the fuck?
We were high-centered. Look, you can see the imprints of metal.
Where the frame was? Where the shit was? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
We did it.
I'm glad.
Hooray!
I'm glad nobody came for that yard sale sign. I was gonna get rid of it. That piece of wood. Oh. At the hill, I mean, the hole is still filling up.
Don't step in.
Ooh, that was impressive. I am very impressed. Now let's start hauling their stuff out for them. Don't drive next to this stuff.
Oh my God.
I found out the hard way that I came a bad way. Come on, before you get all messed up. I'm ready for another smoke.
I hope somebody was recording that, getting out of there. That was a pain in the ass, getting this thing backed up, and it got pretty deep right in this hole just in front of the Jeep here. But, we're unstuck. We're out of the shit hole finally. Now we just got to pack up all this gear out here, get everybody turned around safely, and get the hell on the hard pack, better road. Stay on the pavement if you don't have the right gear. Okay guys, we got everybody out safely. We're gonna get ready to get packed up and get out of here. We've been sitting here for maybe an hour or so, just yik-yakking, talking about the fun, getting stuck and getting unstuck. You know, a little bit of teamwork goes a long way. It was nice that Tom's friend showed up in his pickup, because that made everything a whole lot easier. I pulled him out with my little Jeep. I got a 2.5 liter motor in this thing. It's not very powerful, but it's got a lot of torque, a lot of low end torque, especially in four-wheel low. So I was able to get him out, and now he hooked up all them straps. He got my wife's rig out, and he got Tom's rig out. So we're all sitting up on hard pack right now, and we're just gonna get ready to wrap up and get out of here. So hopefully we can have some more wonderful Jeep adventures, a little less dramatic and sporadic. So we'll see. We never know when these things are gonna get stuck, or when a hunting trip's just gonna go a little weird and you got to go out, because sometimes these vehicles just break down out here, and we got to come out and try to fix them out here on the trail. It's just an Alaska thing. It's the way we live, man. It's Alaska life. Alright guys, that was a lot of fun. So what did I learn today about my Jeep? Well, I got a 2.5 liter motor. I learned that it just barely strong enough to get a Chevy Silverado out of a tiny little mud hole. So its pulling power isn't that great. Thankfully it's a little bit torquey, so that played a little bit of a role in getting that truck out. I think it would be better as a boat anchor, and if I had a winch on either end of this Jeep, at least a winch on the front, it would have been a whole lot more helpful. I could have just anchored off to a tree somewhere and just started tugging on either one of the vehicles, and yeah, if I had the daisy chain a couple straps together, that wouldn't have been a problem to make the distance, but I could have got everybody out and everything would have been good to go. So, all right, man, I need to turn here or else I'm gonna get lost. There, guys, we're off the trail finally, back into a nice safe place. This road here leads out to the Parks Highway, then I can head home to Anchorage, and looks like I'm gonna be putting some miles on the new little tiny yellow Jeep that I bought. But yeah, we're checking lug nuts, making sure nothing got damaged, and I already popped the hood on her Jeep. Everything under there looks pretty good. She's got all of her lug nuts and everything looks all right. I'm surprised I didn't get a flat tire on this rig here, because I haven't even had a chance to upgrade these tires yet. And these aren't that great, but they did get the job done for where I went today, and I'm kind of thankful. This Jeep really surprised me. It's only got like a 2-inch lift or something like that. I don't know a whole lot about the Jeep, but I do know the motor is incredibly small, and it does manage to hold its own weight, especially when it gets off-road. So Jeeping's a lot of fun, and I plan on getting out here and doing a little bit more, so hopefully we can create some more of these fun videos. It's all right.
All it's supposed to feel.